Hey, today is the start of hunting day number 5, and it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm a little late getting out of the cabin, I'm not gonna lie, but it has been such a spectacular day. The night before, I got 90 minutes of sleep, so last night I was absolutely exhausted, and so I slept in, and it felt great. I feel so re-energized, ready to hit the hills, go see what we can find. But I'm not gonna lie, sitting out here has just been so beautiful. The scenery, it is just a postcard kind of day. Look at this, just freaking beautiful. So I sat there this morning having my coffee and eating breakfast and just enjoying this amazing view up by the mountain and the river right in front of us. But today I'm going to try something right along the Canadian border, see if I can get away from some of the locals. Did a lot of scouting, at least right now that's the plan. I'm halfway through my hunting days here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel the pressure a little bit about trying to find a bear. Am I doing the right things? Part of me dearly wants to leave here with one after investing thousands of hours and dollars and time into this, and I've got such a loving wife back home who's been unbelievably supportive through this entire thing. She is a rock star, and I am so thankful God put her in my life. But it's hard not to put that pressure on you. I'll be honest, a lot of this so far seems like luck. Sure, you try and put yourself in the right spot at the right time, but there's, at least for me so far, I haven't been able to figure out how to get a pattern of behavior. Well, in some cases I have. So look, I figured out what they're eating. Fresh grass, the really first growth things that are soft and easy. There's a flower here that they love that I talked about. I figured out the rough line is 5,000 feet for them at this time. They love that elevation because that's where all the fresh growth is happening. I think I figured out that they're using the creeks as a little micro environment, and by that I mean the weather, the air is cooler in those little creek beds because you've got that cold water runoff coming through there, and then you've got the creek sides that are elevated a little bit that are holding that cool air from that cold water in that little microcosm, and so they're able to stay cool. They're not having to cross roads nearly as much, so there's less human traffic up and down those little creek beds, so they're staying cool. I think they're using them as a highway because they're not going to see humans, and it goes up and down the hill, and I think they're using that to move from point A to point B. And there's a lot of reasons why I say that. I've seen scat near one, I've seen bear prints near one, there's been sightings of them on a road near one. So again, all of this is my hunch, but the area that I'm trying to go to today, I'm trying to focus on elevation, creek beds, gentle sloping areas that I can, glass easily, and if I do get a shot, hopefully be able to recover the bear. I don't need anything steep that's going to roll halfway down the mountain. So that's the plan, but I'm halfway through. It's the start of day 5. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a holiday weekend, and I plan on going, like I said, going to the mountain near the Canadian border to get away from some of the locals up in the woods, and we'll just see where it goes. So anyways, more to come, and I really do hope I can start sharing in a video of where I'm seeing bears, telling you about the activity I'm seeing as I'm spotting them. It would make for, I'm sure, a lot better content than these daily updates where there's nothing to talk about but the weather and the views. Not that they're bad, but I'd like to give you a lot more. So wish me luck. Oh man, I am so excited. So I just saw my first black bear, and guess what? It was like 300 yards from the cabin. Just as we're leaving to go check out another area, it runs right across the road into, unfortunately, private property. But the bigger thing was it was a mother and her cubs, so obviously those are completely off limits. But it's taken everything I had as far as my thought process and thrown it right out the damn window. So we're at 2,200 feet roughly in elevation. It's a bright sunny day, and they're moving right by an area with a lot of homes. So again, it goes against everything I've been thinking. They scampered into the woods quickly, crossed a railroad track too, and into the woods right by somebody's house, right along the river that I'm staying on. So, you know, me thinking they were avoiding human contact and that they didn't want to be down low, all went out the window. The only commonality is that there's water. So I'm still heading on to the next location. If it wasn't for the cub, it would have been game on. I would have been running like a monkey to see them. I stopped the vehicle and ran and was able to see her kind of duck into the woods. But man, that's exciting to finally see one. Not the ideal situation, mind you, but to finally put a set of eyes on one here in Idaho is great. Fires me up for the rest of the day. Woohoo! Well, it's late afternoon on day 5 of the hunting trip, and my Canadian mountain idea was a bust, and it was a bust for a couple different reasons. First off, although it was, I don't know, 8 miles from the cabin, it had not greened up nearly as much as the mountains right around the cabin, which is where I'm going back to right now. So that was really surprising. We did run into snow at 5,800 feet, which is kind of fun. You know, lock in the four-wheel drive and bounce through the snow up in the mountains was beautiful. Didn't see nearly as much sign of life. Not any real. I mean, I saw a couple of piles of elk scat, no prints, no bear scat, no nothing. So I really don't think that mountain has greened up yet. So going back to the one that has really worked out well so far, and I know that sounds, you're like, so far, but I'm seeing a lot more signs of life. Like, you know, greener grass, the flowers that I've been told I need to find and that they love. You know, bear scat, elk droppings everywhere. So, and I probably will end up spending the next few days hunting that same area. I've been to, gosh, I don't know, 4 or 5 different mountains now other than this one, all in this area, and nothing seems to be quite as fruitful as this one. So hopefully there won't be nearly as many people up there as there was yesterday, but if there is, I guess I'll just deal with it and do the best I can and keep pushing forward. But that's a quick update from late afternoon of day 5. Well, today is the end of day 5. Went back up to that same area. Saw a lot of folks still. I mean, I must have seen, I don't know, 5 or 6 cars. No, more than that. Just past me while I'm trying to glass over looking at a ridge. Had them drive through the right over the ridge areas that I was glassing because there's a road that ran through it. So again today, a lot of traffic on the mountain. Now today is Sunday and tomorrow's a holiday as well, but I'm hoping that maybe by midday, because one of the guys stopped and talked to me. It was his whole family behind him. They were riding their motorcycles and ATVs and all kinds of anything with a motor on it, they were on it. So I'm hoping that these families that are up here, and again, public land, very happy to see everybody, that they end up packing everything up and heading out about noon tomorrow so that they can get home, unload their stuff, and get laundry going and kind of get back in the routine of life so they can start back to work fresh and ready to go on Tuesday morning. If that's the case, maybe things will change. I believe Tuesday is supposed to bring a weather change in, which so far it's been, just absolutely spectacular weather. I'm looking off because the moon is just beautiful tonight. But the weather I believe is going to change. Yeah. Tomorrow's a 35% chance of rain, but that chance of rain comes tomorrow night. And then the next day is you got chances kind of scattered throughout the day. So we've had a lot of sunny days, and I'm hoping to see what some gray days will do. I'm hoping the gray days will allow those bears to move more because they're not just getting baked in the sun. But I'll be honest with you, everything I thought that I thought I knew about bear patterns got thrown out the window today when I saw that mother and cub at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at 2,500 feet down here with people by the homes. It was just like, I wad everything up that I thought I had figured out and threw it right out the window. But I get too that there's no absolute rules when it comes to this. Maybe I saw an exception of what the norm is. I don't know, but either way, tomorrow's a new day. I do have a bear story to tell you guys about today and what happened in the past few days, but I'm going to wait and probably do that tomorrow because it's already well after 10 here, and the sun comes up at 4 and some change. And I may want to get up and sneak up to an area. So there's a bear story to tell you guys, and I'll probably, if I can get permission from this other individual, share some of the video from it. I didn't shoot the video, so I got to get their permission to use it. But I got a whopper to tell you. So we'll see. Talk to you soon. Bye.